welcome back. In today's video, we are going to be doing this look on the eye. It is super simple and I've been seeing it going around for a while now. I've been seeing a lot of different posts. The reason why I like the halo look is because you can work with a lot of different neutrals on the outside, so like the outer corners and like the crease, along the crease a little bit, and then you can pop on anything on the lid, anything that your little heart desires, whether it be a shimmer or a glitter or just a pop of color, anything, and it looks amazing. So I absolutely love this look. And then also it doesn't really require a liner. I mean, I guess you can add a wing line, but if you don't, that's good, and it saves you that much more time. So anyway, if you're interested in seeing exactly how I achieved this look, then just keep on watching.
Okay, so to officially begin the look, I always use a primer. And this, of course, is one of my favorites. It's the MAC Paint Pot in the color Soft Ochre, and just applying a thin layer of that onto my entire lid. In order to set and, of course, to help with blending, I'm applying some pressed powder. This is NARS's in the color Mountain, I believe. And that's typically what I would use on my entire face, and if I'm setting something or if I'm wanting additional coverage with powder, that's what I would use. For this, I'm using it on my lid in order to help even out my lid tone, so like my lid color, and also, like I said, to set and to help with blending. Using the color Individual from the Stila Natural palette, I'm packing that onto a tapered blending brush, and this is just in order to be more precise along my lid. I like using this brush, especially for like a halo look, either this brush or like a pencil brush, just because you want to be more precise along the inner and the outer corner of your lid in order to give that halo effect. So anyway, using that color and using that brush in order to start packing on color onto the outer portion, so like the outer V of my lid, and of course the inner corner of my lid, and just pretty much concentrating the product along those areas mainly, and then kind of using a little bit of the color in order to I guess connect the top along the crease. And in order that the way that I connect is I first start to pat in order to pack the color on a little bit, and then I swipe back and forth in order to blend. Okay, so using the exact same brush from the previous step, I'm now grabbing the color Java from the palette, packing that onto the brush, and literally doing the exact same thing that I did in the previous step. So packing it onto the inner corner and the outer corner of my lid, and then patting it along the crease in order to connect the two. Using the color Gilded Gold, I am doing the exact same thing as the previous step. So literally this is all a building game, so the more that you build up, the easier it is to blend and the nicer that it's going to look. Rather than going from one light color to a dark color, it's easier to blend up in order to make a more like nicer looking smoky effect. And I like using the same brush just because, like, why would you use 100 brushes to do the one thing that you want to do? Just being savvy here. And so I'm packing that on exactly the same way that I did the previous two colors. Going in with the color Cocoa, and of course the same brush. I'm applying that onto the exact same locations that I did previously. However, with this one, I am going to work it a little bit more into the crease and connect both the outer corner and the inner corner, just a little bit more than the previous three colors. After spraying my brush with a little bit of Max Fix Plus, Eye drops will do the exact same thing as Max Fix Plus when you're applying eyeshadows. In order to wet your brush, you can use that as a substitute. Anyway, going in with the color Instinct and applying that onto the entire center of my lid in order to create that halo effect that I want. And of course, in order to blend it out a little bit more so that the outer lines and the crease line and all of that, so that nothing's actually really harsh and you don't really see like a starting point and an ending point for any particular shadow or any particular color, I'm going back in with the original brush for this look that I use, which is just the tapered blending brush, and packing on a little tiny bit more of that cocoa color onto the inner corner and the outer corner, and then going in with this Real Techniques brush in order to just blend it all out. And this brush is completely clean. I don't want to add any additional color because I was really content with both the inner corner and the outer corner, and so I was just trying to really blend the top portion of the lid color that I added. And then grabbing both Gilded Gold and Java, I went in with a smaller blending brush, so not like a big fluffy blending brush that I would typically use, but just the smaller one, the E25 from Sigma to be precise, and just started blending out a little bit of the outer corner and of course blending out along the crease in order to have a nice connection between the inner corner and the outer corner and define the crease a little bit more. Then going in and adding my false lashes because I just felt like this look called for false lashes, just like all of my other looks. I will eventually throw in a look that doesn't require false lashes. I mean, none of these looks actually require false lashes. It's just my personal preference. So feel free to do whatever it is that your little heart desires when it comes to applying false lashes or not applying false lashes, that kind of thing. And then taking a flat defining brush and running the color Cocoa along the bottom lash line. But I'm only running it, I don't like running it all the way to the inner corner. On most occasions I typically won't, just because I feel like it really closes my eye a little too much for my liking. And so I'm only adding it onto the outer half of my bottom lash line. And then taking a little pencil brush and the color Individual from the palette in order to just blend that out and so that it's not too much of just a harsh line along your bottom lash line. It smokes out a little bit. It's really nice and blended. And then of course, you guys know, if you've seen my makeup videos, I love this color on my waterline. This is the color Yogurt from NYX. And then of course finishing off by applying some mascara in order to blend my top lashes and in order to make my bottom lashes just really stand out and pop. And then have you ever done one of these numbers? Oh my gosh, I poked myself in the eye with the mascara wand, and it's obviously not the first time that it's happened. So of course I knew what to do if you guys ever run into this situation where your eye is just crazy watery and you've actually put some mascara onto different parts of your eye because of this. You just use a Q-tip and you put it like literally right on your tear duct, and it absorbs all the tears that are coming from your poor little eye. And also, of course, just wait for your mascara to just dry up on whatever other area that it landed on, and then you can obviously just clean it away with the Q-tip. So just a little tip. And that is it. That completes the entire eye look. I truly hope that you all enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it for you. As always, take care, and I will see you guys next week. Bye!